verbal contracts are very hard to enforce. We can have a verbal contract. You can shake hands with somebody and have a contract in most situations, except with copyright. Copyright transfers, so selling your copyright, if you, let's say, give your masters, your sound recordings to your record company, or an exclusive license to your record company, has to be in writing. Cannot have a verbal contract for that. I see a lot of verbal contracts where band members come in and they say, oh, we all are going to own these, even though we write, some people write more, some people write less, we're all going to own those compositions in equal portions. And we all agree we don't have to put that in writing. That works really well until someone leaves the band and there's a fight, right? So putting that in writing is really important. I will admit, my perspective on these things is jaded because I see when things go wrong. No one ever calls me to tell me they had a great day. My clients only call me when something is wrong or something needs to be written down or we have a dispute or we have an issue, right? So we use contracts to avoid disputes and to avoid issues down the road, okay? Contracts do not have to be written in legalese. We don't have to use a lot of complicated legal mumbo jumbo to have an enforceable contract, right? It can be as long as it's clear, as long as it's explicit, as long as we have all the details on that piece of paper, it can count as a contract. And the other thing I will always make sure to remind people is contracts protect everyone. I'll frequently have an artist who comes and says, oh, I've hired these musicians to play on my album, but I don't want to stick a contract in their face. They're just not going to like that. They're going to think it's insulting. So actually, having them sign that contract is good for them and it's good for you because it makes it clear to everybody what the deal is. And it does not have to be intimidating. It's just good business. It's professional and it helps everyone down the road. So you may say, well, I don't need any contracts. What could I need contracts for? Here's just a few examples of the type of contracts we could use. There are split sheets. There are co-author agreements. We have work for hire agreements. We have producer agreements, recording agreements like record deals, publishing agreements like the admin deal I was talking about, band agreements among the band members, manager agreements with the managers, performance agreements for playing gigs, and on and on and on.